get updated and educated and informed about what's going on in this economy. I want you to hit the thumbs up. If you're watching this live, hit the thumbs up so we can invite more people into the room. And if you are watching on the replay, do that as well, because evidently, if you're watching, you're staying in tune and informed to the channel. So the prize to show that appreciation is to simply hit the thumbs up, right? Hit the thumbs up. If you hit the thumbs down, then I don't know why you're in tune with the channel. Why are you watching? Why do you come in? So at any rate, uh, just to show your appreciation for the knowledge, education, and wisdom, if you're on this live stream, then hit the thumbs up. Let's get started on this great day. Drop in also and say hello. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Drop your city and or state. All right, let me know what part of the world that you are tuning in from. Today is December the 1st. People haven't this year gone by fast, right? Wow, already December the 1st. 30 days to go. 30 days to go. And we're going to see, according to the Gregorian calendar, 2022. 30 days to go. What's up, everyone? What's the new Newtons? I think you're new to my channel. Excuse my voice a little bit. I am. I'm still coaching. Thank you so much. Frugal Mom Life said hit the thumbs up. I'm in my basketball season, so my voice is going to be a little raspy due to basketball season, but we're going to make it work. I enjoy my team. I enjoy my girls, and I enjoy coaching them this year, but we're going to make this work, right? Thank you. Thumbs up. Hello, Gwen. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Give me a second. Let me adjust this camera just a little bit. There we go. It's a little better. Hello, R. You are here. Thank you so much for saying hello. Hello, King. Hello, Frugal Mom. Queen. Hello, Queen. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much, Frugal Mom Life. Hello to you as well, Queen Marika Chrysler. Hello. How are you? You and Gwen, my business partners in. Um, Hello to you all tuning in from Florida. I was asked to come to Tallahassee, Florida in December, December the 17th and 18th to speak and educate and inform about crypto. I haven't decided yes or no yet. I guess I need to decide quick. I have 16 days, so I need to call and get some more information on that. So that's in Tallahassee, Florida, December the 17th and 18th. Another crypto, cash to crypto conference, possible in the works. If so, I definitely will live stream more, keep you updated on that. As I have another Florida in the house, that's Jacksonville. I don't know how far Jacksonville is from Tallahassee. We got Philly in the house. Hello, Philly. Um, oh, thank you, Allison. She says, please provide the correct PayPal address to send. Thank you so much. I haven't used, let me see, PayPal in a while. Let me change screens and okay, here it is. Um, Thank you so much. I appreciate every bit of support that comes within the channel through for the research and knowledge and wisdom, so that I can have the time to do the research and the resources. So thank you in advance. I pray that that returns to you by divine right immediately in great avalanches of wealth, and that it comes to you nothing less than a 30-fold return, right? I believe in the 30, 60, and 100 and 1,000-fold return according to Deuteronomy 1 and 11. May the Lord thy God increase you 1,000 times more. I was having a conversation with a great man of God, and we were actually discussing why the 30, 60, and 100 fold. Why 30, 60, and 100? because everyone that gave according to the Bible, they gave or they sowed on good ground. So why were the results differently? Why were the results differently? And we came to the conclusion after exchanging many thoughts that according to Matthew 25, you are blessed in the direct proportion of the actions that you take and the skill sets that you have attained in life. And believe it or not, as I mentioned earlier, I am a basketball coach. Skills can be taught and they can be transferable. Some skills are in the DNA, they're in your DNA, but they still have to be developed and brought out, right? And some skills are not in the DNA and they can be taught. But a lot of reason why people don't get results is because they just thrive on information alone, right? And a lot of times people have information overload, believe it or not. Um, they are always in the process of, let me get some water real quick. Give me 1 second. I think I'm gonna need some water for this. Okay, so this a little better. They are always in the process of acquiring information, but they never take action. They are books overload, information overload, but they never put that information into action. And so their results are different, even though, thank you, Gwen, she put the Cash App in. Allison, I did put the PayPal in. So even though they hear the information, sometimes people are just information overload. They don't take action. People, there is much information out here. Um, a lot of information. We are in the information age and era where YouTube is here, Facebook is here, Instagram is here, TikTok is here. So many resources to get information in. We're in the technology era. So many ways to get information, but many people don't act on information. And this is where their outcome, right? I want you to put this in the comment, whether you're watching this live or in the replay. You need the skills to pay the bills. Yeah. I want you all to put this in the comments. Again, whether you are watching this live or on the replay, you need the skills to pay your bills. You need the skills to pay the bills. So, hello, D. We got ATL, Atlanta in the house. Hello, Lisa coming in. Hello from Gulf Coast, Mississippi. We got two Mississippi back to back. We got Melanie and Paper Chasing, right? Okay, what's new? Newton says Tallahassee is 2 hours. He would travel, or she would travel. I see two people on your avatar picture. Okay, so Allison, thank you in advance. I did put the PayPal link in the chat. And yes, yes, you need the skills. You need the skills to pay the bills, people. You need the skills to pay the bills. So I'm going to wrap up the end part of this by helping you to get past your BS. Queen, what is my BS? Your belief system. I'm going to break down that by the age of 7, all of us, all humans, all of us have developed subconsciously our BS, our belief systems. By the age of 7, all of us subconsciously have developed, right, our belief systems, right? Thank you so much, Alice, and thank you so much in advance. So let's look at today's news. What are the odds of a government shutdown, right? What are the odds of a government shutdown? What are the chances? So the government nears possible shutdown as Republicans take aim at vaccination. I'm not sure if I should say that word on here. You know, they my views may get blocked. So let me just say V. They screen a lot of of what you say on these platforms, and so Republicans, and that's why it's so important for you all to like and share. Even if you are on YouTube, you can share this video. So share the video and hit the thumbs up to help build up the algorithm on YouTube. So the Republicans take an aim at testing mandates. And so with that being said, the U.S. government on today moved one step closer to a potential. Now, the good news about this is that the word potential is here. A potential shutdown as some Republicans seized a fast approaching fiscal deadline to mount a fresh opposition to President Biden's CV, right, and testing mandates. The emerging conservative campaign quickly divided the GOP. The lawmakers, they are in short opposing. They are opposed to this mandate. Republicans are. They're stating that they don't want the federal government to be able to fund the mandate in any way, shape, or form. So you got the leader of Mitch McClellan. He is the leader of the Republican Party out of Kentucky, and he said that he was having useful discussions just yesterday about the Senate, the Democrats, about how they're going to raise the debt limit. However, Republicans are totally for the concept of my body, my choice, and under Biden's direct incentives, right? If a private business, for example, employ more than 100 workers, they must require them to get the jab or implement a testing strategy. And so Republicans do not want to support this. Now, this, right, a potential just months ago, there was a potential shutdown in October as well. And at the last hour, they passed or they extended and they prevented the shutdown by extending it to today date, right? Guess how many Republicans, right? Guess how many Republicans? Thank you, Gwen. Appreciate you, Gwen. And you all can see Gwen's comment. Thank you so much, Gwen. I really appreciate it. So, despite the long political odds, there are exactly 11 Republicans, 11, led by the Senator Roger Marshall, that has issued their most recent threat in early November. 11 Republicans promises that every time to use every tool, all of their power, every tool, everything at their disposal, including holding up the next federal funding bill, right? And so some of these lawmakers signed today, or they threatened, or they signaled today, they didn't sign, they threatened today that they are ready to carry out this threat. They're ready to carry out their belief, right? That this should not be a mandate. And so, but there is a possibility because if a government shutdown happens, a lot of thousands of federal workers can lose their jobs. Those veterans that are receiving their checks on their retirement checks, those could be halted, and then even some Social Security payouts and things of that nature. So you remember the time when former President Trump had a very light government shutdown, and all of the federal employees were being highly televised, that in those couple of days or short amount of days, that saying that they could not pay their bills. Right? I think it was about 2 weeks. If I'm wrong on that, you all let me know, because I vaguely don't remember it all, but I do remember it was a short amount of time, and there were a lot of federal workers that just that one pay period, or those weeks of not having a paycheck, affected their livelihood, meaning that they did not have any money stored up, right, to be able to pay their bills during this short time frame. So now you have to combine this with the deadline to see if Republicans are going to agree to raise the debt ceiling to avoid a potential government shutdown. Now, the Biden administration federal C-19 jab mandate officially went into effect on Monday. So this means our federal employees must be fully jabbed, or they could possibly lose their jobs. And people, this amounts to more than 3.5 million federal workers. And they had no option. So if you're a federal worker and you're tuning in, leave me some comments and let me know if this affected you in any type of way. So we had a Transportation Security Administration says 77% of TSA agents have not met the deadline. For them, that meant 4,200 people nationwide through Transportation Security Administration, TSA, might lose their jobs. People right before the holidays, right? Right before the holidays. Thank you, Gwen. She comes in with the 1111 super chat. And I pray that that reaches you also by divine right. Um, by divine right, the infinite God, infinite spirit, infinite power. You and Allison. Allison, I haven't looked at my PayPal yet. And that it reaches you in the form of not just increased money or prosperity, but peace, positive energy always creates elevation, protection. There are so many, according to Psalms 91, so many people that are, even with school shootings. um, Clarence, the great music, guru, his wife was seemed to be killed in a home invasion, and just so many things going on. A lot of store robberies. So this is why I pray and proclaim, not just pray, but proclaim that you will be protected, that you will have peace, positive energy always creates elevation in the midst of all of this, and that you will have perfect health, and plenty of money. These are always my affirmations over you all when you give. Peace of mind, peace of spirit, peace of emotions, perfect health. Psalms 91, may God's angels protect and guard you, right? And also plenty of money during this great wealth transfer that this generation has ever experienced. Thank you, Lanika, for the Cash App as well. And so now you have TSA employees, and Lanika, this is spoken over you as well. And so with TSA, this is about 4,200 people. And now they're saying that there is a new Omicron strand, right? So now this is the perfect storm, right? As soon as the government deadlines are scheduled to meet on December the 1st, and the federal mandates were scheduled to be implemented on Monday, which was November the 29th, now you have a new strand that has been proclaimed to have arrived. Now you have the first case that they're stating that came out of California. But people, through the midst of all of this, I want you to keep your faith and to keep increase and improve your health habits now like never before, right? Improve your health habits now like never before. If it's ever a time to increase your diet into a healthier diet and increase your healthier foods intake, now is the time. If it's ever a time to have tourmalines and magnetic beads and things like this, or even just copper, right? Now is the time. Thank you all for the cash apps that's coming in. Now is the time. Now is the time to implement and to proclaim and to say the word of God now more than ever, and to mix and combine supernatural actions with natural things that you know that can help your body to maintain its health standards during these times. The supernatural and the natural must be and should be at all times combined together, because you are not just a spirit being, you are both a spirit and physical and natural being. You are made of, according to biblical terms, the dust of the ground or the dirt of the ground, and you have a spirit being within yourself. So you have to do both. You can't overextend one portion of that and underextend the other one, or you're going to be off balance, right? Um, Thank you so much, comedian Senator P. That's a nice name. And you know what? I'm not going to comedian Senator P. I'm not going to read your comment, but I will highlight it, and this is why. Because when I read comments about healthy, um, natural things, it will be flagged as giving like health advice. So I'll just highlight it, let people read it, but I won't say it. So in order that my channel won't get flagged as saying that I'm giving um, health advice, because they will do that on this platform, right? So also it reads, get ready, the Biden administration. This was just 20 hours ago. They look to set controversial new new COVID rules. So one of the key messages of this administration is trying to convey to Americans at this stage that the pandemic is that not enough people have been jabbed, nor have enough people gotten their booster shots yet. However, a much stricter and controversial set of new rules related to international travel, which Biden's official are reportedly set to announce as soon as this was supposed to be today, Wednesday, could end up muddying the message and making an already um, update picture. I'm trying to make sure I don't say certain words right. In the country, much more complicated than it needs to be. So consider this, for example. What kind of message it sends about the effectiveness of the jab? If this were you were going to also mandate fully jabbed travelers who are either coming to or returning home to the U.S. must also present multiple negative tests, and that they must also self quarantine 7 days if you're traveling international after they return. Okay. According, according to the Washington Post, all of this is where the administration seems to be leaning. And I've been telling you all that 7 is the number of divine transition, right? 7 goes into 8. 8 is the infinity sign. And so 7 is a divine transition that enters, or that is a divine rest period or a reset period, or a regenerated or regenerized people period, right? And so with that being said, self quarantine for international travel up to 7 days, multiple tests, multiple. It did not say what multiple mean. So making it more challenging if you are a person who believes in my body, my choice. Definitely making it more challenging. And so with that being said, listen, people, even with that challenge, right? Planes still, airplanes, right, still may not be able to fly for up to 3 months because oil prices have tanked so hard. And so this is why, one of the reasons why I got a Jeep, for travel, and to travel places that maybe I need to just get away into the countryside, and I can travel rough, driving surfaces, where it's not by the road or smooth surfaces, and preparation for such a time as this, right? I heard a YouTuber sing this tune, for example. He said, um, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better get your money out the banks. And I'm telling you why, right? And he said, because, you know, the fiat, the cash currency system is about to crash. And a lot of smaller banks are not there, especially if they're not, FDIC insured, up to hundreds of thousands of dollars in the six figures. Most people don't have that much money. I think, let me see, FDIC insured is up to, is it $100,000? Let's look at the FDIC insured, $250,000, right? And so it insures up to $250,000. So for, if you have $250,000 at minimum or higher deposits, then you are insured up to that date. However, what about the real small numbers that people may have in their checking accounts that's under $5,000, for example, but they desperately need that amount for 30 to 60 days, and your money could be tied up for months if your small banking institution closes. So oil prices have tanked so hard, traders are assuming planes won't fly for 3 months, according to Goldman Sachs. So the Omicron variant concern, says Goldman Sachs. So do you all see that every time, how the ripple effect of every time a new strand is announced, how this is so economically tied into the economy, the dates that the government has to meet deadlines, right? And so, with that being said, um, there is not a single plane flying around the world, is saying, to put this in context, that these extreme condition outcomes, not a single plane flying around the world for 3 months, this could be half as intense as listen, they've already got a name for it, 2Q20 global, well, the 2Q20 global lockdown, right? Or worse, the world even will be worse off before the jabs. People, you all see this? Three possible. The world will be worse off before the jabs. And then they go into that this is twice as large hit as the Chinese demand. And then it goes into the Delta variant that there was this summer. I've lost count, honestly. We went from Delta to Omicron, Omicron. I don't, and then it went from C-19 to then COVID. So many different names and changes. And so it could be possible that if crude oil prices, well, crude oil has already plunged 12% since November 24th. So this new variant will stunt, and listen, the word a global demand. As I have been informing you all that this will be a global economic financial currency set reset. And in spite of all of this, I still project that Bitcoin will hit 6K in 30 days. Bitcoin is still at 56,000 right now, right? Let me show you this new currency system. But I still believe that in 30 days, in December, we will see. Let me cut my phone now. 100K Bitcoin, even with it being 56K today. So we got Ether moving back up to 4,500. People Ether was under $1,000 of 2020. And for pretty much as this announcement about the debt limit agreement, Republicans blocking it, you see much of the red, but it's still a great day for cryptocurrency if you got in, if you're getting in, and if you haven't gotten in, and if you have the cash flow that you need to get in the red and get in at these prices, because this will be the new currency system. It's only going to increase and increase and increase in value as the dollar will continue to decrease, and decrease in value. I don't know if you all have heard the news about Russia now. Russian robots. Russian robots are now paying people. Let me pull that back up. Thousands of dollars to be able. They're saying robots can reproduce, right? Robots can reproduce, and in addition to, they're offering $200,000 for the exclusive rights to use a person's face and voice forever on these robots. A Russian robotic company. Let me see if I can put it up for you all, because I like for you all to see it. $200,000 to people, right? Yeah, here we go. $200,000. Well, yeah, there we go. Let me enlarge it. So when I tell people that we are moving to AI, artificial intelligence, moving to a new world economy, a new economic system, um, this is where it's at, right? To use a person's face and voice, and they're saying that these robots can reproducing a reproduction of robots. And so this is why people are now building as much cash flow as they can, as much cash flow as everything that they can, right? So that they can be in position and take advantage financially of the greatest wealth transfer this generation has ever experienced. And so as oil price again, um, first reported Omicron in California, um, airlines, transportation may be uh, like or stop for up to 3 months. I will keep you all informed and updated, and you all stay updated with yourself as well as um, you look at what if they're going to pass the debt ceiling. And people, you have to be on top of these financial transfers and what's going on in the economy now more than ever. It's time out for being entertained and not educated. It's time out for letting these movies, right? Uh, letting entertainers who get paid millions, athletes through football and basketball who get paid millions, right? Um, take, you know, keep you focused on what's going on in the music, in the movie, and the sports world, where you're not keeping an eye on this economy or your economy or your economy. And listen to this. Look at this story, and I'm ending. A Texas resident, right? Yes, cryptocurrency is definitely worth learning and investing in. It is not gambling. It is the new currency system. A Texas resident gets over $4,000 in bills after a C test. When this resident learned that he had been exposed to C-19 shortly after his 19-year-old grandmother died from the virus last year, he knew what he had to do. He went to the hospital for a rapid test. He thought it would be free. A lot of people thought the stimulus was going to be free, but they're going to see in a couple of weeks when they get those 1099s, and the people that's getting child tax credit, when they don't have that available to file on their taxes in January. The government always knows how to get their money back, people. And taxes is the biggest way. But he was wrong. This rapid test caused him bills over $4,000. And now they've even changed the laws of the Fair Debt Collections Act, Practices Act, where now your debt collectors can call you after hours. They can send as many text messages, as many emails. They can contact you on your social media accounts. It used to be laws in place that it sure is. Yes, Selena, that is true, right? I hope is you're welcome. You're welcome. And yeah, the Matrix is for real. Let me see. Can I find? I uploaded a video on my channel of a clip of the Matrix. And one of the things that they mentioned in the Matrix is taxes, right? It's taxes. And so, people, it's real. Imagine the bills of people that either have gotten diagnosed or got those rapid tests, or people that have been diagnosed and now their insurances or insurance plan has to change, or they cannot get insured, right? And so, also, I want you all to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I am 12 subscribers away from reaching 31,000. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. And I don't think I can find it. I don't know if I deleted it off my channel, but I don't think I can find that Matrix video clip that I had on the Matrix. But he specifically mentions to Neo. Oh, yes, I can. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. I think I found it. The word taxes, and people, most people don't think taxes is real. They don't have tax shelter. They don't have tax plan. They have cashed out in crypto. They're going to receive a 1099 in the mail for that as well from their exchange, whether it was Robinhood, Coinbase, crypto.com. Wherever you converted your crypto back into cash, you're going to find it, right? So this is one of my from September 30th. And I think this is one where I talk about the clip from the Matrix on taxes. Let me see. Did you all hear that? He says, you can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, and when you pay your taxes. Why you're here because you three organization for youth in the area of academics and athletics starting next year, because I know a lot of the public school systems will fail. A lot of kids are going to get behind educational wise, and we're going to bring in that technology. Education is shifting in technology, and I want to have the high tech technology in place, and I'm going to establish a 501c3 for that. So I'm going to share this with you. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Matrix. Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. And people, let me tell you something. The reason why he mentioned when you go to work, when you go to church, and when you pay your taxes. Let me say it again. When you go to work. And by the way, that was my twin sister. I'm joking. That was me. When you go to work, when you go to church, and when you pay your taxes. If you have never listened to anything in your life, I highly recommend that you listen to How to Outwit the Devil. It is on YouTube. And it is the most, when you go to work, when you go to church, and when you pay your taxes. And most people do not know that those three are their three biggest hindrances. The three biggest hindrances. And if you listen, Napoleon Hill is the author of Think and Grow Rich. And it's an interview, Outwitting the Devil. I'm going to put the link in this comment section. It talks about how all three, when you go to work, go to church, pay your taxes. Now, it does also mention the school system, what you've been taught in schools. And you will then see the conspiracy of all of these institutions, these major institutions. And with that being said, I want to log off. And so if you want to know the strategy, because 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 78% of Americans, people live paycheck to paycheck. And what people don't know is that your belief system, by the age of 7, whatever you've been taught or programmed in your home is now a permanent download and have set your belief system. It can either sabotage you, your behavior, or it dictates your behavior. And so what you learn up to age 7 about yourself, or what you believe about yourself and money at the ages of 5, 10, and 15 is still running in your mind and in your background. There's nothing wrong with you physically, but we're talking about an antivirus in the jab. Most people don't understand what their belief system, their BS about money. You need to run an antivirus program to get rid of those structures in a different and more effective manner, because it is a direct effect. Your subconscious mind is your computer monitor. And to change that appearance, to change your belief system, you simply cannot take a whiteout and cover up the flaws. You know, whiteout is when you make an error writing with the ink pen and you white it out. I have a whiteout utensil here, Papermate, right? Just white. Well, you can't do that when your subconscious mind has been embedded with negative belief systems about money, about finances. And so, what you need to do is address that belief system. Did you know, for example, I'm going to give you some examples and I'm reading from some notes. You believe the money is okay, so your belief system shape your financial decision, right? So, for example, if you believe that a new job or a new career you've set out is going to give you the opportunity to make a fortune, maybe you don't wait to begin purchasing material possessions or material things you've always dreamed about. You believe the money is going to start rolling in. So you go ahead and you buy the big house, right? You buy the fancy car. You buy a bigger television, a bigger television. You know, the poor people, that 78% of people are paycheck to paycheck, they always have these things in common. The poorest of the parts of communities will always have more than one television in their home. I promise you, I've done the research. Because they're always focused on somebody else's world and they're always focused on somebody else's reality. They're always into reality shows. They're always into being entertained versus being educated. And so when things don't go the way you planned, right? This new career did not prevent you from living paycheck to paycheck. Do you change your spending habits? I want you all to ask yourself, right? You thought you would get this new job. You believe you get this new career. Let's say you get a new job. You said the problem was you need more money. You need a higher paying job. So I'm going to show you what the real virus look like when it comes to your money, right? And so you get this new career. You think it's going to give you an opportunity to make a fortune, and you don't wait, right, to start getting your material things. You go out, you buy the fancy car, you buy the big house, you buy the 8K television, the bigger screen television, and then you even start taking expensive vacation. Maybe you take two exotic vacations, right? Let's say, which is not a lot of money, but we just gonna say 150K a year. You got a job, I'm giving you 150K a year or 200,000. And you go out and buy all these things, and then things don't work out. They don't pan out the way you thought they would. Do you downsize your house now? Right? That you're spending 60% of your post tax income on? Most people, homes or rent is 60% of their post tax, not pre tax. Not the money they make before the government comes in and take their 30, 40% from your labor. No, 60% of their post-tax paycheck. Or do you downsize? Do you change your mind about what you're spending? Maybe I need to give the fancy car back. Maybe I need to stop doing expensive shopping for clothing and jewelry. Maybe I need to stop my television time and get into some educational things. No, or do you make excuses for yourself? I'm broke. Do you say I'm broke, but I need to look the part? See, I would rather be tired than to be broke. I would rather be tired from working towards my future, than to be broke. I would rather be in a position where I can comfortably take 4 weeks. 4 weeks. See, poor people take vacation, rich people take trips. 4 weeks of exotic vacation, or 6 weeks, or 3 months, exotic vacation and traveling, and still making money while I'm doing it, right? Than to be knee deep in debt and credit card debt for social media likes, to take 1 or 2 vacations or exotic vacations that I cannot afford a year. Do you say I need to look the part? So I'm gonna buy this Louis Vuitton, this Gucci, this name brand. Or do you tell yourself this makes me happy? Well, all of my friends and family think I'm a failure if I downsize. What is your BS? What is your belief system? Do you just work hard for money, or do you position yourself so your money can work hard for you? Do any of these sound familiar about your BS? About what you was taught by the age of 7, subconsciously, that has been grained, and now you have to be retaught? Comedian Senator says most of us never taught about money. We just spend it, right, and just wear nice things. I agree. Um, do you have this BS about money? I never be good with money. Do you say that? I'm not good with numbers. Queen, that's why, me join the home based business and get 470 tax deductions. See, I'm not good with numbers. I'm not, you don't have to be good with numbers. You have to be like Jesus. He had Matthew, the tax expert, as his disciple. You surround yourself with experts that's good with numbers and taxes. Do you say the system is rigged and unfair? Do you say things like, I don't come from money? If your children ask you, can they have some money? I don't come from money. Do you say things and believe things like money is the root of all evil? Or do you believe that the lack of money is the root of all evil? Do you say things like, there's more to life than money? There's more to life than money. Do you say things like, with 2 jobs and a family, I don't have time to take care of my finances? Mm. I got 2 jobs. I got 2 kids. I got 3 kids. I don't have time to take care of my finances. Do you say someone else will take care of us and me? Do you say things like, the government should give me another stimulus? The price of the gas and groceries, right? We should have a fourth or fifth stimulus. Do you say things like, money causes stress in my life? Is your belief system that wealthy people are greedy and evil? Do you say things to yourself like, I'm just stuck in a rut? Do you say, what's spending just a little more? What's just a little more going to do? And then you tell yourself, I deserve to wear Gucci and Louis Vuitton because I need to look the part. All right. I deserve to go out. I deserve to, you know, spend this money on this ticket for entertainment. Do you believe things like, I don't like to take risk, and risking in cryptocurrency or stock market, that's risky. I don't take risks. Do you say things like, I have to have this new, then you fill in the blank. I have to have this new what? You fill in the blank. Do you say things like this? I only have to make $100 payment on my credit card, so I run them up, or $200. Do you think and say things like this? Listen, I can worry about the future later, but this weekend I'm gonna party. I'm gonna do this, and then that weekend turns into every weekend because I work hard for my money and I deserve to enjoy it before the bill collectors get it. That one weekend turns into every weekend now. Or do you say things like, it's vital, it's important for me to send my kids to college. It's important for me to get into a different zip code so my kids can go to a better school. It's important for me to build my children security up so they don't have to wear name brand things all the time just to make them feel secure. Because they're insecure if they have to, wear non-name brand quality clothing. Do you feel like in order to have a conversation with rich and wealthy people, you have to look to par? That's not true. That's not true. I talk to rich and wealthy people with old tennis shoes on, jeans, and t-shirt. That's not true. Rich and wealthy people know you by your demeanor and your conversation. And your conversation about assets and not liabilities. People change your belief system about money. If you don't mind your money will not mind you. If you do not pay attention to your money will not pay attention to you. It will always be lacking in your life. As Snoop Dogg say, I keep my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Because when you mind your money minds you. When you put your money to work, it will work for you. When you appreciate and take action in financial education and experts, you break out of being the 78% of people who live paycheck to paycheck. And now you can have more than enough, not just $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 to invest in your crypto of your choice. But you can continuously invest in crypto. And I'm going to say this and I'm signing out. I told you all earlier, I still coach girls basketball, right? And I was talking to one of my coworkers today and I said, oh, today is payday. I was reading the emails. I said, today is payday. He was like, Coach, if you don't know it's payday, let me buy 530. I'm saying this in the humble, I don't. I said, oh, Coach, I'm just going to take this paycheck. This is my seed money for crypto. And then, of course, I get benefits, from it. And I said, this is my crypto money. Because that paycheck from that job of coaching girls that I so love, I asked them today, I said, ladies, Confucius said that he who thinks he can and he who thinks he can't, both are right. All right. And I said, what is that? What do you all think that means? And they said, Coach, who's Confucius? That's what they asked. And I said, well, he was a great philosopher. I thought they was going to ask me, what is a philosopher? A person that studies and applies wisdom, right? And they gave me their answers. And I said, lady, it's all about your belief system. Whatever you think in your mind you can do, you will find the will and the power to get that done. If you think entrepreneurship is not for everybody, you won't ever break free of that employee system. You're right. It's not for you, but it's for everybody else who have a different belief system. If you think money doesn't grow on trees, if everybody can't be rich, it's just for the elite. If you're comfortable with your job, you'll never break free. If you don't see something bigger that you can do, money should have a purpose. Now you'll always be. And I tell ladies, whether if you think you can, if you think you cannot do a thing, there's nothing I can do or motivate you or inspire you to get you to do that thing, because you have to first believe. And once you believe, if you really believe something, I can tell because your actions will back it up. You can't tell me you believe in something and you have no actions to back that. Right? I'm signing out. We're gonna stay updated about this economy, people. We have to, because we're changing to a new financial system. It is changing. And this C word, not crypto, but C-19 or COVID, or they've changed so many times. Delta is the perfect storm to shift to a new currency system. I said I was going to decode today's date, and I would do that real quick because I almost forgot. But today is December 1st, according to the Gregorian calendar. And here you see the double 55. That's Allison's number. And 55, as I went over Monday, I think Monday, John 5 and 5 and Isaiah 55, and even Isaiah 55 and 11. And John 5 and 5 talk about just what I talked about tonight, a belief system. A man was at the pool of Bethesda for 38 years, 3-8, right? Is 11. And because he believed that his problem was external, that no one would put him in the pool. And guess what? He was in the place of healing. He was in his place to be healed. He could be healed. The angels would come every season and trouble the waters, and people would get healed. So it wasn't his place that was in, it was his mindset. And he thought that other people that were paralyzed, lame, and had issues just like him, that it was their responsibility to put him in the pool of healing when the season came. Poor, broke people can't help you. People in your same condition cannot help you. So you have to come out from amongst people that are like you. If you are hanging around 4 broke people, you're going to be the 5th. 55, belief system. 55, mindset shift. Isaiah 55 and 11. God said, my word will not return unto me void. So if you are getting void experiences in your life, it's because you're not applying the word of God and you're not taking action. John 5 and 5, Jesus told the man by the pool of Bethesda, the lame man, you take action. You pick up your bed, your burden of affliction, and you start walking. It's not enough to have information. You have to take action on it. So December is 11/11/88. 8 is the infinity sign, upside down, which is new beginnings, from the breaking down of an old thing to build a new thing. And then if we add 1, people, you got the 11/11/9/9. 9 is divine completion, as Jesus died on the 9th hour. So in reversal, you got 9/11. And 9/11 always means a warning. It always means a warning. It always means 9/11, as 11 means a gateway into change that's entering to the number 12, which means reset. 12 midnight, 12 noon, recess the day. 11 is the 1 hour warning that the reset is about to happen. Now, in the Gregorian calendar, December is also the 12th month, as I mentioned, 12 noon to 12 midnight. So now December 1st is 9/11, people. This is warning that it is here. Comedian Senator P. Can I ask you this before I log off? Are you a senator or are you a comedian or are you both? Let me know before I log off because I'm wrapping it up, right? So if you need assistance with taxes, with getting more cash flow, and some people might not, most people, virtually everybody on my team has at least $300 more out of their paycheck. But Selena told me Monday that she only got $10 increase out of her paycheck and $124 savings on one of her bills. So in the 1 out of 100 chance that you get a $10 paycheck pay raise, the other way to increase your cash flow through the home-based business is through people who needs increased money out of their paycheck as well. Because I've had virtually everybody on my team, on average, has been $300 or more. You get increased tax savings, thousands of taxes, and credit restoration as well if you need to restore your credit. So this is it, people. The reset is here. We will stay tuned and see if the shutdown will happen. It's saying it's high potential this time. We heard that in October. We will see if it will happen now as the number 12. We're entering 2022. And I've been telling you all, this is the great wealth transfer and yet the Great Depression at the same time. Yes, Allison, 55, double grace. 55 means opposition as well, as Daniel had 5 smooth stones. And it means an opposition can come, but out of that opposition, he killed Goliath. And it only took 1 out of the 5 stones. And for Daniel, that represented victory and war. 55 means change, and it can result in victory and war. Change from an oppressed situation. See, Goliath was an oppressor. He was an oppressor. And Daniel took down the thing that was oppressing him. I don't know if it's your diet that's oppressing you, if it's your BS, your belief system. I don't know if it's a recent unexpected thing that happened in your life. 3 years ago, I went through a divorce that reset my life. That was a change. But I came out victorious. It was for my good. Not everything that happens in your life that looks bad will always result in a bad ending. Everything that looks bad at the time that it happened doesn't mean that it will continue to be bad. It's just another chapter in your life. But that does not have to be your ending. It could be the beginning as the number 8 of a new thing. Right? Got it, Allison? Great, good. I'm glad you got that breakthrough on 55. So the number's on the screen for you to text. If you want to be a part of this home-based business and be a part of my private Facebook group and private team and get some more, being a part of a millionaire roundtable and around like-minded people, right? Thank you so much, Allison. Thank you so much. So people, how big can you think, right? Thank you so much, comedian, right? Now, if you can tell any jokes about broke people, Mr. Comedian, Senator P, reach out to me, text me, let me know. I love to have a comedy act. Kevin Hart does that, right? Kevin Hart does that. He has a nice little clip about whenever he doesn't have the money, he said, he got to transfer it from his savings account to his checking account, right? So I'm signing out, people. How big can you think? How big can you think? Magnify your mind. Manifest with your mouth. The power of life and death is in your tongue. I told you, magnify your mind. What is your BS? What is your belief system? If it's negative, we got to transform and reform that, right? Multiply your money. The wealthy believes in multiplication, not addition. And maximize your mission in life. People, you, this community, you are blessed to be a blessing, right? Queen out, you all stay safe, stay blessed out there, and keep your cash flow up so you can get in crypto. Keep your cash flow up so you can keep and hold your crypto. Um, you can text HBB, that's abbreviated for home based business, to get in contact with me at 254-788-1144. 254-788-1144. Queen out, you all. Be blessed. Stay safe.